The concept of invisibility, of course, is really big on the show because your characters are literally invisible, but also, the concept of not feeling seen metaphorically and not understood. What do you like about the concept of invisibility being on the show, and how do you feel is important for a show that talks about teenagers that we have this concept?
Great question. And something I love in this show was we don't through people, and we don't make it glaringly obvious that we're just not really in the same world. And I like that because it's in real life, it's not glaringly obvious. Obviously you can see the person, but oftentimes you don't give them the time of day. And that person can feel invisible. It's a cool contrast for Wally, because not only was he seen when he was alive, but he was always seen by everybody. He always had the spotlight on him, and he was kind of the it boy. And you don't really get to see his journey of adjusting to the afterlife, but when you meet him, he seems pretty well adjusted to the fact that nobody can see him. And I think he kind of likes the idea that the eyes are off him and he can sort of do whatever he wants. But I think that that's one of the most interesting aspects of this show. And we materialize that feeling. And Maddie, of course, feels that like no other. And she, no matter how hard she tries, finds it really difficult to communicate with the real world, which she feels like, she should never have left in the first place. But yeah, great question.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a time in a lot of people's lives when you're younger where you don't want to be seen, and you maybe wish you were invisible, I guess. But I think that topic's handled really well in the show too, because I feel like Xavier, while he doesn't want to be seen literally, I think that he doesn't feel seen by a lot of people in his life, maybe aside from Maddie. So I feel like I'm saying seen a lot.
No, yeah, I second that as well. I think I definitely as a kid struggled with not being seen, and I feel like it brings up both sides of the coin, the not wanting to be seen and then wanting to be seen but not. And I feel like there's a lot of themes to do with that in this show that the writers touch upon in a really, really profound, well done way.
One thing that I was asking myself while I was watching these few episodes that I saw of the show is that if you as actors, you knew what happened to Maddie, or if you were playing detective with us?
We were playing detective with you. We still are. Yeah, they didn't tell us anything about the end or what's coming. We knew as much as we did in the moment. We were doing 101. That's what we knew. We were doing 102. That's all we knew. We didn't know the future episodes until we got to it.
I do know what happened to Maddie. However, we were not told how the season was going to end. So the whole time we were shooting, we had no idea what happened. But I'll say two things. A, I was playing detective harder than anybody in the cast. I cared so much about this ending, and the rest of the cast, although everybody wanted to know, they seemed kind of like, dude, we're going to figure it out. Don't worry. I wanted to crack the code. I didn't really get anywhere close to cracking the code. The other thing I wanted to say was the ending is very satisfying. I can't say much more than that, but you're going to be happy with the ending. It's worth sticking around.
I would have been like you and playing detective all the time.
I am a puzzler. I'm a problem solver. I like escape rooms. I like these puzzles. I like trying to figure them out. So it was really cool. I love murder mysteries in general. So being a part of this one was amazing.
We had no idea what happened.
Okay.
But it's everyone is a suspect. Everyone.
Yeah. We were kind of being drip fed some information individually throughout, and so we would get together and be like, well, I heard that this. Oh no, but I heard this. I feel like we were kind of being messed with, but but
I think we've definitely been told something that skewed us off the path.
Right.
I think,
which was good. I mean, I'm happy that I think that's important. If we had known from the jump, maybe would have seen that a bit too much or something.
Yeah.
Mhm. And did any one of you guessed rightly or not?
I would say that a lot of us got very close. I
Okay.
think that what eventually happened, the natural arc of investigation is you just get more and more bizarre with your, estimations. So I was even sort of guessing that the wildest thing could happen to Maddie, like she was abducted by some supernatural thing, or I don't know, it was a lizard in the grass bit her neck. Oh, she's gone. I don't know. It could be anything.
There
And-
was so many things.
and they're like, is it a person? Is it an entity? What, So is she really dead? They just get more and more bizarre, but we got close.
I kept thinking there was a chance that maybe she's alive. In my real life, I mean, I kept saying, I'm like, I don't know, maybe she's losing blood in a cave somewhere. Or
Maybe she's in a
I try to
coma.
come up with anything, huh?
Maybe she's in a coma and she's just seeing everything.
Maybe.
That was one of the things, but I guarantee that after the end of every episode, you're just gonna wipe down all of your predictions.
And
Yeah.
start over.
Next, and that's the perfect thing about the show is episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 different guesses, so it flows well.
Thank you for your
Well,
time.
I hope that the connection was all right. But I love
It
you.
was a
Ciao. Thank you for everything.
ciao.